Chris here, Better Investing. Let's get right into it. Look at the markets. Start off with SPY real fast. Let's look at the weekly for the most part. I kind of got this trend line drawn out. Don't really have 100% 2, 3 touches. I guess we could tighten it up a little bit. It probably overshoots just a little bit on the daily. Right, still trading in this parallel, this channel. I guess this pretty much the the move after we kind of bottomed out in 2023, right? And we just continue forward. From like a moving average perspective, right? We can turn on our 20 and our 9. Nothing really too concerning yet. We're still holding the EMA 9, right? We kind of undercut it this week and reclaimed it, right? And from a trend perspective, right? We still made a higher low, and we're yet to make a higher high on the weekly. So I guess the little concern is that SPY hasn't made a closing high. I would say, right? Well, it closed. Yeah, it closed at 607.97. 60. Yeah, right. So we made a newer high here, right? So yeah, sorry, I was looking at QQQ. But yeah, we did make a new high. But yeah, that's all we really got. Today we did have the FMOC decision rate. We continue with the same iteration that the Fed Watch tool was considering that we were going to continue pausing rates, and that's exactly what we did. And all we did was get an inside day today. We did kind of make a higher high, and I guess from a trend perspective, we got a low, we got a high, we got a higher low, and right now we're trying to see if we can get back over here to kind of continue and break above 610 for a higher high. And that would also put us into new all-time highs as well. Looking here at the 65-minute, nothing really to see. We didn't really do much. I think, again, if you wanted to kind of play this as another break, we want to see if we can get back above 605.25, right, and kind of push into this bear gap and see what happens there. Right now, I think the level to watch really is 599.22. Right, that's your higher low from a lower time frame. Easier way to kind of mark that out is let's just look at it from this way, right? We got a low, we got a high, we got a higher low, right? Or you can say we got a high, we got a low, got a higher low. All right, triggers here. All right, anyone who kind of bought this higher low, and once it breaks over this candle, or maybe this candle. I don't know. I'm trying to think about this. Yeah, I think that's the candle you want to watch. See if it kind of takes. Really right here. Honestly, you use that as your low. Yeah, I've probably been saying this around the entire time. Yeah, because you got a low here, put in a higher low right here. Right, you buy over this candle right now. Right, and your stop is right here. Yeah, those people are still in the play. Same thing here. We got a higher low here, and I think if you kind of bought over this candle, I mean these new buyers are not too pleased considering where we closed at. The market is closed as of now. It's 8:02. We want to see if we can kind of get back over this spot here. Again, I don't really think there's much to do. Been a really interesting month, right? Another 2 more days left in the month, 30th and 31st. So let's see what happens at the end of the month, right? We got the end of the month, see what they do, how they reposition. But just very interesting month overall, right? With how the market kind of started out with a lot of small caps really ripping, right? From the AI plays, the robotics, and then we had the inauguration, and then the executive orders that came out, and then we had the DeepSeek news, and then right after that, we had even before the inauguration, we had a little sell off where people were saying, "Oh, bear market started," and then we had the inauguration, and then the DeepSeek news came out. Now we had FMOC, and then we got tech earnings. So just a lot of catalysts this month, and it makes a lot of sense if people have been struggling with some of their swing position. I think it's a day trader's market for right now. But even that has been a little difficult, I would say, as well. All right, so that takes care of Q SPY. Let's go look at QQQ real fast. I'm not really going to dive too much into it. Again, another inside day. We do have a bear gap above, right? So let me kind of mark this out. This is a bear gap. All right, you got this bear gap above. For this is from the Deep Seek News. Put in a higher low based off of this price range right here, this price action right here, and we put in a higher low today. I think really we want to watch and see if we kind of take out this candle here, so around like 550. Yeah, around 523. We can kind of take out this level. Good chance we kind of come up and fill this gap up to 528 before we find more sellers. Is my thought process. Don't really have a clear level above. Besides, we haven't made new all-time highs on QQQ since last month, mid-December. And again, we're still also trading in this FMOC price range. We still haven't knocked out this high either. But yeah, that's really all I see there from a weekly perspective. We kind of undercut at the EMA 9. We're kind of holding it right now. Really like the level to watch, 518. If you're looking at it from a moving average perspective. But the trend is still intact, so I'm not too concerned as what we see here. But overall in the market, it's just it's kind of just wait and see right now. Let's go take a look at some of the market indicators and stuff I like to watch. Here is the dollar. I think I guess you can say this uptrend has been broken. Yeah, I would say that this uptrend's kind of been broken. For the most part. But we still have a lot of spaces where we can put in a higher low and continue higher. Not yet to say this is rolling over short term, but from a longer term trend from September, we are still putting in higher highs and higher lows. So we got to watch and see what happens there. Looking here from the 2 year, same thing. From a bottoming perspective, still putting in higher highs and higher lows. I think below like 4.08, probably start to see a different reaction. And go take a look at here at the 10 year. I think the level to watch is really like 4.13. Again, higher highs and higher lows. So I don't really see any concerns from the rates perspective. All right, let's go look at some of the sectors real fast. So this is real estate. Real estate, hit a declining 50-day from below, right, and kind of starts to show its direction as this starts to drag down. Price hits into it, starts to pull the price down as well with it. Looking at IYT, this doesn't look too bad, right? I mean, the 50 is curling down, but we do have this moving average crossover. From a lower time frame, I don't have to look at it, but I can tell like right now it's just flagging into the EMA 9. So we got to watch and see what happens here. All-time highs up here at 75. So that's IYT. That's transportation. Another way I can look at this is going back up here, looking at Dow Jones. So from a Dow Jones perspective, right, same kind of thing. Doesn't really have the same candle structure in terms of like today. But right, we are kind of trending higher, and it's kind of this, from a lower time frame, below the daily. That's probably like it's just flagging out into the 50. So we gotta wait and see. Nothing really else, honestly, I have to say. Like, there's just a bunch of earnings. There's not really much to watch. I know Microsoft sold off after the bell, and I want to see Tesla was up and Meta was up as well. But we still got Apple, we still got Amazon, we still got Google to report. We did have Netflix report. This is a peg setup, right? We want to wait and see if it pulls back into the EMA 9, get bought up for continuation. It's a good chance it does, but we got to wait and see. Right? I'm not chasing a gap up, definitely off of earnings, but we just want to kind of see this build out, this structure build out. Right? We want to see some candles kind of build out. While this starts to continue to turn higher, right? And we just want to be able to catch it off the moving average for continuation. But that's the thing, you got to let stocks set up. I honestly do not see a lot of daily setups out there that I'm too interested in. I know some people were looking at some things, but it's one of these markets where if things do set up, and I think this was probably one of the better ones, right here off the weekly, right, reclaimed the 9. Right here was a good spot, 338, and we did get that follow through. It did hit its target for the most part, up here at around like 365 or so. But even aftermarkets on this one's on pullback to around like 340. So it may not be a bad idea if this does pull back and give us an opportunity to see if we can kind of catch a next move, right? So like the way I look at it right now is like, okay, we went higher, now we pulled back into the EMA 20, the EMA 9, right? Let's see if we can kind of hold here and get that continuation. But for the most part, I'm not seeing too many setups out there that I'm interested in, honestly. Um, a lot of things that did push, got faded today, or at least I wouldn't say faded, but they pulled back. But a little deeper than what you expected, but it is what it is. This is one I'm actually interested in now because now it's above a decline in 200. The 50s curling, right? All the moving averages is supporting this as well. Um, and I wonder on this 65 minute, right, if this kind of going to curl back up, right? We can get a move back up into 15. Um, yeah, this doesn't look too bad. This is one I'm definitely watching. Earnings is not until March, so we ain't got nothing to worry about from that perspective. Um, but yeah, this service now reported after earnings. I think it was down like $100. Um, but yeah, just not really seeing a lot of follow through on stocks. Um, yeah, yeah. There's not much for me to really say. I just don't see a lot of setups. Why is that? They're just not there. Um, yeah, I feel like it's still a day trader's market. So people that's like trying to swing is it's just very hard, right? Because like what happened last week, like the strongest sectors were AI chips, robotics and quantum, and quantum got sliced after Jensen spoke, and then you had the DeepSeek news came out, and that just smoked a lot of those stocks. These stocks were down 20, 30%. Multiple stocks were down 20, 30%. I think that's a little concerning for swing traders. If they really want to kind of size fully, you know, seeing what just happened with quantum, seeing what just happened with the AI and the chips, right? You just don't want to kind of see that if you're sitting in a position. So I guess a better way to look at it, like let's just go look at the chips. For example, like this ALAB, right? It was holding the 50. All right, people say, oh, you got to pull back into the 50. Even the next day, all right, it opens up at 126. So it opens up here and fades off the entire move, and then you got this anchor rewire from the earnings, um, and literally just gaps down, right, down 28%. It's very hard for people to kind of recover from a situation like that, like this right here, right? Pops up, rejects the 200, I guess you can say, right? But people that were positioning this is like, bam, right? I think I can hold this. It's just holding the EMA 9, and then it gaps down, right, down 6%. Right, very, very, very challenging to hold that. Like even this arm, like this was fucking incredible to see. All right, crazy pop, crazy breakout, and the breakout just totally gets wiped away. Okay, this is something I was watching. This is something that I played as it broke, and we had the news. I got this around like 149 at the 150, sold them for like $5. And these contracts, I took them from 275 to about $600. These contracts were like $3,000 by the end of the week, and that entire move just got faded. Um, Very interesting to see. Same thing like AVGO, right? Look like it's moving. Guy got this breakout on the weekly. Um, I got this breakout on this chart. Right, doesn't look too bad. Literally gaps down 17.5%. That leaves a mark on some traders to kind of like, do they really want to size into a move and swing things right now with the volatility the way it is right now. CrowdStrike, right now this isn't too bad. I mean, this is just an inside day, but this stock was down about 2.5% today. But this is a big move, right? 9.5%, breaking these highs. I didn't really see what the setup was here because it's just chopping it around and then it finally breaks out. I'm not a real big fan of those type of setups, but yeah, I think we gotta wait and see what happens. Right here's another move. Right, boom, breaks out. Look at this fade. Now 3.5% today after being up. All right, about 2%. All right, nice move. All the way up until 196, 197, and then phase that entire move back down. Tough, man, very tough. You know, trying to swing positions, like trying to like get in position. Um, just not seeing it. I'm just not seeing it. What we got here on this Dollar Tree? All right, we got a wedge drop on the Dollar Tree, right? Wedge drop, or reversal extension, reclaims. Doesn't look too bad for a long problem. No report till March. No, not interested in the stock. Below declining 50. I mean, if you want to invest, I like buying. I don't really care about technicals. I'm more concerned with price on investments. But yeah. All right, so Kava, damn. Oh, there's a strong stock. Came back, tapped this earnings gap. All right, this the earnings gap. Held, gapped up, off to the races again. So let's go look at some of these restaurant stocks. I think that's a good thing to watch. Let's see what's cooking in these restaurants. Do I have a restaurant stock? All right, here's my restaurants. All right, so what we got? EAT, Brinkers, had earnings, gapped up. So what's McDonald's doing? Ooh. Not too bad. I'm just looking around, seeing what's out there. See if I can find something while we're here. I don't really see nothing there. Oh, oh, this is another one. Down 30%. Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah, it's not. All right, let me look at my screeners. Check my mem scan. Alibaba may be back on the list. Oh, they got earnings. They already have earnings? Did they have the earnings? Today's Wednesday. Let's check SE real fast. Bro, I was watching this stock at like $35. Look at that. Fuck me. Bought this stock back here, sold it here. It's like 45%. But probably should still be in that. Just looking, seeing what's out here. Fuck. I had the 65s on these bitches. Right here. Still damn near 2 weeks left on these. And it took me through earnings. Yeah, I'm not talking because I'm not seeing shit. I mean, that football didn't look too bad. I was watching this. Gotta pull the trigger on that. Yeah. I mean, I just don't know. Is it still flagging out? Okay. I mean, they have earnings coming up. I think this thing's about to fucking go rockets. I mean, it need to kind of just. I don't play earnings though, but man, this thing can be $23, $24 in no time. Um, Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what people are watching right now. Probably gotta go check on Twitter. I guess. Shit. I can't even find nothing. That's not very nice. Yeah, I like to find my own setups. But fuck, I might gotta get off the dailies. I might gotta go to the weeklies. All right, the weeklies are probably where it's at. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll go to the weeklies. Yep. Home Depot doesn't look bad. And this have earnings. Look at that thing look like Lowe's. Oh. Mm. Yeah, I mean, what the fuck? I don't. Oh, man. Like, you know, you got like a hot set, it just jumps out to you. Like, you don't have to, like, look at the shit all crazy. Like, it just easily jumps out to you. And right now, yeah, it's not out there. All right, that's all for me, folks. Peace. God bless.